Sorry about that. That was my mail lady honking because she had a bunch of stuff for me. I'm drawing some little veins on the Riva Schick kit, but I'm going to go back and finish the mottling for you. I'm just drawing these on and kind of snuffing them out a little bit. So, let's go back to the mottling. Again, we brushed it on and then we kind of took it off. Can you see the skin pattern now? Of course it looks better in person. Now you can take this and you get some of the paint that's actually on the edge of the thing, and you can actually take this little guy and just go around and make those little dots that babies have on their skin. See how it's dots? You put these like around the cheek outline, between the eyes, little dots. Just tap it. Once you bake it, these really don't show that greatly as they do when they're wet, but it's very subtle, and you don't want these babies to be you know, extremely overpainted. You want them to turn from plain vinyl. Okay, can you see the little circle dots that I made? See how her face is kind of coming to life now? Her little kind of reddened nose and the shading around the eyes. Her cheeks are starting to look like real baby cheeks. And I've achieved that with only one layer with this. And then using the flesh on this at the same exact moment. You can't let those dry. At the same exact moment to blend them to make them look like skin. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the arms and the legs. Now with the legs, you want to mainly focus your attention on, if you look at real babies, on like this part around the knee, and mainly right here is where the most visible places are. I don't know if you can see the little vein, but you see how you can see it, but it's not like painted on obvious. So we're going to get our sponge again. I'm going to use the dark blush, and I'm going to paint these little things that are sticking out, and I'm going to use two different colors on this just because it gives it some dimension and some difference. I use the darker blush color on this and paint them all. Let me show you the colors that I use. It's called Lip, Nail, and Blush, and the other one is just called Warm Blush. And there's one more. Warm Blush. You can also use a little of the purple in with some of it too, or you can mix the purple and the magenta, and that gives you a good mottling blushing color as well. I also have this one called Strawberry, that I like to use, and when I refer to purple, sometimes I mean this strawberry color. I use this a lot. In fact, this is the color that I'm using now. I'm using the strawberry and the lip blush and nail red. And sometimes with this dark color, I also mix in either white or flesh just to kind of tone it down a little bit. Okay, so I've painted the stuff onto here. I'm going to just kind of take the first layer of it off. And like I said, you want to do it in this area a lot and then go around the rest of it. You can get the bottom of the feet, the top, around the knee, and again, you're about to pretty much knock most of this down with the flesh, but that's what you're going to start off with. Now, I've got to put that down a second. Now I've got to get me some flesh color. This is very thin flesh, very thin. And I put it on. And I mean, that's like 10 paintbrush loads of it. I'm going to tap a little bit of it off. And then you're just going to take this, too much, take this and go over it with flesh, blend those together to make it look like skin. Again, this is just my technique. Doesn't mean it has to be yours. Watch this. See how it looks really like sores? But look what that looks like. Now, if you're doing a really tiny newborn, you know, obviously a brand new newborn baby is going to have a little bit more mottling than, you know, a 22-inch baby per se. You're going to want to give them more of a less mottling, more peaches and cream complexion. But this is what I've done with just that little bit of time. You see how it's gone from this to this. Of course it's wet, so. From this to this. So I'm going to put this on my dryer over here. Oh, we forgot this. You can also use this again. Pick up some of that purple. And you can do it. You don't have to do it. Just dab some circles. Again, it's not going to show that much, but it's there. Okay. Now I probably still have enough on here since these limbs are really tiny to go ahead. Hey, I never rubbed out that vein. There we go. To go ahead and apply it to this leg too. Again, it's totally random. And then I take this with some flesh and work it out. And again, since you're using the flesh color, make sure it's really kind of thin. You don't want it to turn out white, and you don't want it to completely cover your mottling. And if you put too much in one area, then take too much off, then just put some over top. Babies have little red capillaries everywhere, so you can't mess it up. It's just a matter of making it look as realistic as you can. That might be a little much. So, toned it down. Okay? Again, we've gone from this plain vinyl to a skin tone. Okay, I'm going to do the two arms now, and then I'm going to bake all of it at 265 for 10 minutes. Okay? Alright, I'm going to go upload this while it's baking. I'm going to finish the arms. What I'm going to do is, on the arms, you want to model the sides right here and the hand. Probably going to go ahead and paint the fingernails this medium pink color right now too, so that it can bake. And I might shade these little fat rolls a little bit heavier, but I'm going to model the arms, paint the fingernails, bake her for 10 minutes, and I will be back with the next step. We're getting there.